Hello friends, this is Cara-Renee from B.Reborn Art and Healing. I'm sure you already know that. I'm going to go ahead and do my first page in my quote journal, or whatever it's going to be. I'm not sure still. I apologize. Oh, the sun is going behind the clouds right at the moment. That's been really bright in here today, so I apologize for that. Again, my shade has not been replaced, and so I have no control over the light. So hopefully it will be okay. I don't have any resolution, unfortunately. So again, I'm going to be doing this very first page in this journal. It's my very first page. I'm so excited. By the time you see this, you will have already seen the video of this as well as the collage paper that I did. So I'm going to go ahead and do this very first page. I decided to go ahead and do this one here. So this side. And so I'm going to go ahead and assemble it with you here. Let me see if I can get some of this out of the sun here. Hopefully that will help. And my camera is kind of weird and tipped and I'm not sure. Let me see if I can adjust this a little bit. Get a little closer. That's better. Just everything looks a little bit sideways, so I apologize. I'm kind of tipping it so it's out of the sun. So I picked some elements here. I've got this lace that I'll probably be doing some lace on the project. But the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to assemble a 3-pocket dealio here. And I'm also going to be creating some tags and some tuck spots for my ephemera here for this first page. So I'm going to go ahead and just remove all this and put it up here kind of in some order here. And I'll show you what I've selected as I move along here, but I need to take all these tags and things out of the pouches so that I can assemble it. So I've got some few pages. So I've got these pages that are just the really thin copy paper that are blank on the back. So that will give me some writing space. So that one is blank. This one could be written on basically, but it's also got the lines on the front, which are pretty cool. Got little bits of ephemera here to apply to my tags, a little word, some old rice paper, a little ephemera cut out. And I had already glued these two little tickets together, so I'm going to use those. I've got a little butterfly. I'm going to get it off of there. So the first thing I'm going to do is start by inking all of my edges because this is a new process for me and I want to make sure that I don't forget that step. But the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go, this is going to stay square and these bits are going to stay square, but everything else, or not everything else, but some of my pieces I'm going to round the edges if I haven't already. It looks like this one's already sufficiently rounded. What else did I want to round? I wanted to round this one. And it looks like that's all that needs to actually be rounded. I'm not sure what I was thinking there. Maybe it was this that I wanted rounded. I think I wanted this one rounded. This is just a corner rounder dealio. It's a little thick paper. There we go. So I'm going to start by inking all of my edges and all of my little elements. So I'm going to start, this has got a little bit of a dark line, but I want it to have more. So I'm going to go ahead. It's a little bit hard to do this because the paper is pretty flimsy, but we're going to try. The sun is back. Bold. Hopefully this weekend I can get my shade replaced. They don't make the replacement part that I needed, so I have to get a new shade, so that's kind of a bummer. So I've got that edged, and I'm going to go ahead and edge these pieces of this before I put it together. just like that edge. In the future, I'll probably try to have the inking done before I turn the camera on, but I'm just playing, so I don't want to worry too much about it. You don't have to ink the edges if you don't want to. And again, these are pieces from digital download, so they're already all the hard work has been done on these. So it's just a matter of printing it out. I'm not really liking how that's. I don't know if it's my sponge. If I need to get a different sponge for this, because I'm getting way too much on the actual paper, but that's okay. And because of now I've got my fingerprints and such on it. It's okay. And there goes the sun again. These prints that I'm actually working with primarily today are from My Porch Prints Etsy shop. Really beautiful, beautiful elements. So, and then I'm going to go ahead and ink. I'm going to ink and just let you guys watch. I wonder if it would be better with a makeup sponge. Let me grab a makeup sponge and see if that would be better. Let's try it. I don't know if I'll have more control. A little bit, maybe. I just like the aged look on this, very vintagey. I don't know, when folks print these digitals, I don't know if they're printing it on regular copy paper or if they're using a stronger or heavier weight paper, but this is really, really difficult. It's very flimsy. This one I did on heavy cardstock, which I don't think I want to do that too much because then it becomes too bulky in the journal, but it's a lot easier to work with for sure, as well as these ones. And I went ahead and put a piece of paper on the back so that I have some writing space. Just finishing up and we can start assembling. And I'm going to do every little bit of stuff that I have here because I don't want to have to think about it later and I don't want to forget. So I've got this little word, this little dictionary word that says abide, and that's also from that same Etsy shop, My Porch Prints. And I've got this little, I think this was from a Bo Bunny ephemera pack that's old, but I liked it, so I'm going to go ahead and use it on this journal page. It's really pretty. And I've got this, I can't pick it up. And I've got this little rose also, I believe, from that same ephemera pack. It's a great way to use this kind of heavier paper ephemera and just edge it, and it makes it look all vintagey and beautiful. And then I've got this, I'm going to just fold it over. I'm going to actually put it over one of my tags. I thought it would look really interesting to do that, so that's what I decided to do. It's going to take me some time to get used to this whole junk journaling idea, but I'm looking forward to it. This one already has some edging, but I want to make sure it ties the color into the rest of the spread, so I'm going to go ahead and ink it with the vintage photo. And then I've got this little ephemera piece, which I also am inking. This is also from My Porch Prints. that. And then I've got a little bird, hoping that this one will ink up okay, not look too weird. It's got that white border around it, which I don't like, but I think the inking will help get rid of, push back some of that white. Yeah, that works. And then I've also got a butterfly. Very nice. Great way to use these. I have to get those out and have them more accessible to me. So all of the inking is done. I'm going to set that aside, and I'm going to push this stuff back again. I'm going to get my tags out here, kind of bring some order to this in terms of what I had in mind for what was going to go on these different tags. We'll see. I need to assemble my pockets. And the idea of a junk journal, in case I didn't mention it before, is it's just a place that's fun to create, and it's odd and different papers, not traditional writing spaces, which I think is going to be really interesting and fun. So I'm looking forward to that. So I've got this piece of paper, and I'm going to go ahead and adhere. Well, I'm going to assemble my pockets. These are like a pocket, so I'll be able to have a tuck, a tuck, a tuck when I put this on my page. So the first thing I'm going to do is take this one, and I'm just going to put some glue around the two sides and the bottom. And hopefully this is open. I just got this. Yeah, it's open. I'm using Aleene's clear tacky glue. I'm just going to do a small bit down across the sides. Hopefully it's going to come out. Oh, it looks like that's one of those that you have to poke it out. So hang on a second, guys. Actually, you know what? I've got some Fabri-Tac here. I think I'm going to go ahead and just use the Fabri-Tac because it's already open and ready to go. So just to save some time here. Just going to do a small bead. And I'm going to put it on top of here. I'll line that up. Not sure why I'm so shaky. Doing something new. Maybe that's it. It's a little bit wrinkly just from handling it, but that is okay. And so basically what I've done is I have a space for something to tuck in there. So I'm going to do the same with this one. Lining it up. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm good to go ahead and adhere that here too to my paper. Oh, it almost looks like it's a little bit too wide. I'm going to trim just a little bit off of the edge of each side just because and re-ink it. I don't want it to be too tight. Just a little bit. It's okay. Re-ink this edge. There we go. So now I'm going to go ahead and put that pocket on this piece of paper. I think I want to have a little bit. I don't want it quite to the bottom. I'm also going to only glue the 3 sides because if I want to use that as another tuck spot, I can. Some versatility here. baby on here. And with this glue, you do have a little bit of time to reposition things. So there we go. Just a close-up of that. So I've got a tuck, a tuck, a tuck. So that's going to be beautiful. So now I'm going to work on, there's nothing else that I need on these. I might put a little bit of ribbon on some of my stuff. I'm not sure, but basically the idea is there will be things that will go into those pockets. So, but let me go ahead and assemble the tags first and see what I had. So I was going to go like this, and I need I just got this new tool. It's buried in my drawer. Hang on. That puts these dealios in the hole of my tag. So let me get the right punch out here. Yeah. We're going to go ahead and punch this tag. I'm not going to put anything else really on this tag, I don't think, because I think this little flaggy thing, taggy thing, will be kind of cool just like it is. I might glue it a little bit on the back, but for now I'm going to go ahead and just make my hole. Just going to guesstimate because I can't really see. It's a whole new game for me. So then I believe that what I do is I stick this in the hole like so, and then put it in here. Yeah. New tools. And then get it in there like that, and then I just squeeze. And voila! It's got that kind of more fanciful kind of thing there. And I think I'm going to put this little butterfly on here. Yes. And so then now, oh, except I want to cut this off because I wanted that to be writing space. So let me see if I can cut this off in more of a straight line here. Yeah, perfect. It's not exactly straight, but it's okay. Because I wanted to have writing space on the back of the card, and I forgot about that. So I'm going to go ahead and glue my little butterfly on the tag. And then see what I have for ribbon or lace to put. I don't know. I may have to come back to the ribbons and lace. I'm going to have to go dig that out. The idea is that tag would go here, like so. Probably should assemble what was going to go up at the top. What was going to go up at the top, Renee? Forgot. This was going to go at the top. So I'm going to go ahead and adhere that really quick. I'm just going to glue it on all sides. I don't need it for a tuck. Yeah. No. Ah. Wet glue everywhere. There we go. Turn it around. I had it before. I had it kind of on to one side, but I think I'm gonna position it in the middle here of the top, like so. And then I believe that I was gonna put the butterfly and that there, but I'm gonna wait and see what I want to do there. And then I think I had this down here. These cards don't need anything else. I'm disappointed that they're so flimsy, but It is just a paper journal. I mean, in a journal, you'd be writing on thinner paper. I may look into a little bit of a heavier stock copy paper for future reference, but for now, it's going to have to do. This one's thicker, which I like, so I think I want that one to go in here. We're just going to slide it in there, and then that will help me know where I can put my, because I do want it peeking out a little bit, like so. And then got my little, sorry to be jumping around, guys. I'm trying to figure all this out. I've never done this before, so it is very different. So I think I want to do something like this with my little bird. Except I'll put my little metal thing in there as well, so I want to keep this pretty simple. So I think I'm going to put my bird up at the top, or towards the top. I want to make sure I have room for that though, so I'm going to kind of put that down at the bottom. And I think I'm going to trim this off just a little bit more to make it smaller. And then in that edge again, like so. And then I think I'm just going to put that at the bottom. Little bird is just abiding. That's where my focus is, guys, is on just enjoying life and enjoying creating without expectations, self-imposed expectations, mind you, but expectations nonetheless. So I've got my hole, put my little, I don't know what these are, I think they're called gromlets or I don't know. I don't know the lingo. So I'm going to go ahead and stick this in here. And give it a good push. Come on. I don't know if I'm just weak or what the deal is, but that did not really go in. So there's tag number 2. And then I had this originally out to put on here, but I'm thinking I want it on my little tag. So I think I'm going to put it on here. Actually, no, I'm not. Nope, I'm going to use that piece of rice paper there with my sentiment, thoughts. So I am going to put this paper over here on this little tag. And then another hole punch. I'm not sure what was up with that, why that wasn't really working. It's got a setting over here, but I can't figure out how to get it loose, so I'm having trouble with that. So let's try this. Oh, goodness gracious. So I want it to be like this because I want it to pierce on the other side, which you can't even see, guys. I'm sorry. New tools are exciting, but they certainly are something to figure out. And I don't know if I'm just not strong enough or if they're not supposed to get any tighter than that. Maybe not. So there's my third tag, and then I've got my little tickets. I'm going to go ahead and glue this little piece of rice paper down here. You don't really need a lot of glue for that. Just to create a little bit of texture here. A bit of interest. And then my word, my thoughts, my sentiment. Probably could have just used a glue stick, but I want it to hold, and I don't know if glue stick will break down over time. So I'm gonna use this wet glue, just kind of spush it out, make it so it's not wrinkly. Love it, love it, love it. So far, so good. And I almost think I need to put this down here because it's going to be too big up there. So I'm going to do that, and I'm just going to avoid this corner because I don't need it adhered there. So and it's okay if it's going to go over that opening there a little bit, because there's no glue on it at that point. So, and then I'm going to go ahead and stick my journaling page in here. And again, it's really flimsy, but it's perfectly fine to write on. I like what it says too. It's just an old, looks like an old song. So I'm going to stick that in here. Should be nice and dry now. I'm going to kind of go sideways a little bit. And I want my little tickets down here. And actually, this is going to have to go straight. I'm going to get some ribbon for these just really quick. One moment. Sorry about that. I wasn't really thinking about what I was going to put in those holes, so I have some ribbon back there. Oh, I forgot my little rose. Let's get that on. Yeah, I like that. Lovely. I'll show you a close-up here in a second. Set this aside. And probably double these ribbons. Okay, so we got tag number 1. So as you can see, I've got a little bit of writing space here on the front too. And this is going to be really nice. I wish I'd thought about this before I secured that. I'm not liking that, but it's okay. I'm going to double up my ribbon, maybe triple it, get it through my hole. I think backwards to forwards here. Ooh, it's trickier with that thing in there. Yikes. Come on, Renee. You gotta be able to get it through the hole. This could prove to be challenging. There we go. Okay, so now I've got my double loop, and then I'm gonna just bring the ends in through it. Oh goodness, Renee, what's going on here? What's going on here? There we go. It's a little bit weird. I got this loopy part, so I'm going to cut that, and then I'm going to cut these off. I like it. So that tag is going to go in here. It's going to go. Actually, it might be kind of cool to have it hang over like that. I like that. And then another piece. You'll have better luck getting this to stick through here. It's harder with that metal bit in there. Or it could just be user error. Probably user error. Wow, that didn't work. Oh, goodness. Don't you know it's hard to do things that are new? I'm really comfortable on camera doing mixed media, but this is just a different thing. It's a whole different process. Very challenging because I'm not as familiar with what I'm doing and the products that I'm using, so it's definitely a little bit of a learning curve. So I like that. I've got enough to just trim off the edges. Tag number 2. I'm going to put her right here. How about in the middle? And then we've got one more tag with our little bird. Not really liking how that's sticking up, but maybe it'll flatten out. Actually, I don't think that one's long enough. Hold on. Let's just use this one. I can cut off the excess. I did the 2 from the back before, so I'm going to continue that, but it might be better to do it the other way in the future. We'll have to try that. Grab all of this. Sorry guys, off camera again. There we go. Okay, and trim. Lovely, lovely, lovely. So how about we turn this baby? Get turn. Will we get that one behind there? Ah. There we go. Okay guys, this is it. I'm going to go ahead and glue it into my book here in a second. Oh, these are not going to work. I might have to glue those or redo my ties because I can see they're already going to want to come undone. But anyway, that is my first journal spread. Let me go ahead and glue it into the book since I've got the glue and everything out here. So I wanted it right here on this page, my very first page in my junk journal. I love it. I love the green that's peeking through, and I think it's going to be lovely. There's a whole lot more I could do in terms of, you know, tucking and all that stuff, creating extra layers, but this is good for my very first page, so I'm going to just keep it simple. Putting glue around all the edges. And some in the middle. Bring the book back over. Stand up so I can get this in straight. And oh, I forgot the lace. I wanted to do a little bit of lace, so let me do that really quick. Not on, maybe not on the actual page. Maybe I will do both. But I think I want some on this edge here. So, and then I think maybe some down here. So let me get that lace out. This beautiful, beautiful lace. So how much do we need for the bottom section? Oh, that's so pretty. just going to go across the whole thing. I'm going to go across this bottom section. It doesn't matter to me if it goes past that. The lace is a little bit longer than that space, which is okay. So I'm just going to put that on there. There we go. It's wet. It's harder to deal with than what I'm used to. That should be good though. And then I think I do want to put a little bit on this other edge just to make this page be a little bit more embellished. So how about we put some on this edge here. Actually, I think I'm going to do it from the other side just so that it's lace on the edge of this page. So let's see if I can do this without, I'm going to put a little piece of parchment paper here so that I don't get a bunch of glue on this other page. So let me just do that really quick. And then I'm going to glue this piece of lace along this edge. Perfect. Didn't cut the lace yet, so I'll just trim it off. I'm done. Like that. I don't know if this Fabrifix is the best thing to hold this down. It seems to kind of move a little bit, but it's wet glue, so it probably just needs to set. Ah, it's sticking to me. I like it on this, showing on this page too. It's really pretty. Okay. All right, guys, that is it. Thank you so much for watching. I hope it wasn't too boring. I'm learning, so I'm sure there are people watching that have seen this process before or know a whole lot more than me, but I'm learning and I'm going to have fun playing. So thank you guys so much for watching. Bye-bye.